Hey little sister lover, how are you doing? I'm excited about this. So excited I kinda don't want to talk because I'm afraid the voice acting will start any moment. Oh, hey, oh shoot, voice acting. Wait, I was wrong, it's just ambience. Hey, Silver!
Long
Hey,
ago, this world was created by the gods. The gods, as proof of their great power, left behind an artifact of 3 golden triangles, the Triforce. One ruled power, one governed wisdom, and one forged courage. Until the appropriate people would appear to inherit them, each of the 3 crest-bearing Triforce pieces slept in a sacred realm, known to no one. Somewhere, descended from heavens, there lies a golden power. The wishes of those it shines upon are conveyed to the gods.
These are the words passed down in the land of Hyrule.
Obtain the golden power of the Triforce, and your wishes shall be granted. Those captivated by the legends sought the sacred realm for themselves. However, of all people, the first to open the gate to the sacred realm and obtain the Triforce was Ganondorf, leader of the thieves. It was at this moment that the King of Evil, Ganon, was born. Before long, Ganon's malice spread over Hyrule, and sinister events began to occur, one after another. The King of Hyrule therefore commanded the 7 sages and the Knights of Hyrule to seal away the source of the malice. The people of Hyrule, by divine revelation, had created the Master Sword, a sacred blade with the power to defeat any evil that may steal the Triforce. However, even the 7 sages were unable to wield it. The people waited for a hero with the power to wield the sacred Master Sword to appear. But the force of Ganon's malice didn't wait for the hero's coming, and pressed closer to the royal palace where a grand battle unfolded. After tremendous sacrifice, the sages at last succeeded with the seal, and as the curtains fell on the conflict known as the Sealing War, peace visited the land of Hyrule once more.
My name is Princess Zelda. I have been imprisoned in a dungeon by an evil power. Rise quickly, hero. Hyrule is in danger!
A puzzling message shatters the moment's peace. Hurry, hero.
Return peace to the land of Hyrule once more.
Alright, we're finally done with the intro. So, unlike the other broadcast satellite Zelda, this one you only get to see the prologue once. So, as you can expect from a remake, the story is pretty similar to the original one, just with less typos. I know it's stupid considering it's voice acted, but I kind of love them to still keep the typos. Oh shoot, Silver, I know that feeling. That feeling's awful. So, like... yes, it's the Master Regina bot. Hopefully we can recognize whichever character he voices. So, unlike the other game, I'm probably not going to see most of these items. Oh, wait, why is this character here? Alright, let's start a new character. Oh, shoot. Right. Register your name. I want to be nameless. Wait, didn't we just read this? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was just read. Oh shoot, Silver. It's exciting stuff happening on your side. So, similar to the first Zelda,
Welcome, hero. The people of this land have all been awaiting your arrival. Do not be surprised. I knew that you would come to this land, guided by the stars. Now then, hero, gather the pieces of the Triforce that was snatched away, and bring down the evil King Ganon. I shall send power to you from here. One more very important thing. This world exists only within a predetermined time. When the moment comes, this world, like a dream, shall vanish. To begin, seek out the evil king's dungeons said to lie somewhere within this land. Hurry, hero. Take this sword.
okay, voice acting's over. Alright, so... yeah!
Things that you must learn that will aid you on your quest. Press the A and Y buttons to use your sword. Please press them now. Next, I want you to press the X button. This is called the subscreen. Here you can manage the items that you possess. To choose a held item, press the X button to return to the game after making your selection and press B to use the item. To switch the item you want to use, press the X button again to call up the subscreen. There is also a way to switch items using L and R. I will pray for your good fortune.
Okay, voice acting's over. So, yeah, Little Sister Lover, about that one. I would honestly say Breath of the Wild, because that's the only Zelda game I can remember there actually being an ass shot in. Unless you count, like, Hyrule Warriors, because that game has a bunch of ass and breast shot in it.
According to the old man, the Triforce lies within the dungeons of the Evil King. Rumor has it that the dungeons boast a variety of traps. This week,
you will be searching for the level 1 and level 2 dungeons. You should soon be able to find the first dungeon. However, level 2 remains hidden somewhere. Whether on the overworld or within the dungeon, the Evil King's underlings will target you. When your power to fight foes has been exhausted, the fairies will offer you their protection. The springs are where they dwell.
So yeah, I think the voice acting's over for a little bit. This game's a little bit different from the other one, because your character actually stays in their normal outfit. They don't wear a tunic. So, if you play as the lovely lead, or lovely female lead, she wears a dress, and if you play as the guy, he wears a long t-shirt. That's the ideal little sister lover. Who needs to talk and play a game? Just get some voice acting to do it for you. If this isn't the way you're supposed to stream, don't tell me what the right way is. I don't want to know. You play as a guy. That's how. There's no other way.
Where are you, hero? Where are you fighting now? There's no mistake that with your current power, you will face a difficult battle. For just a little while, your sword will be granted power. Do you understand? All those who hear my voice now, fight upon this land. If you do not set to fulfill your mission immediately, you will be failing to them.
What's this? Even though your life meter isn't full, you can still throw your sword. You may be able to recover the Triforce during this time. However, be conscious of the life you have remaining. Plunge in hastily and you may be defeated.
So, as you can tell, this game's a little bit different with the voice acting, because this is actually the first Super Nintendo game to feature the broadcasting voice acting gimmick. So it's not quite as refined as, you know, ancient stone tablets, but it gets the message across.
In order to buy goods from merchants, a currency known as rupees is necessary. Bombs, keys. It is best to be ever conscious of your amount of rupees. You will know by the number shown at the top of the screen. As one might expect, the shield at the merchant cell is more powerful than the one you currently possess. It can defend against the balls with which the Zoras, who emerge from the water, attack.
Okay, I think the voice acting's over. So... kind of nervous, don't want to get cut off. So, one thing that really separates this one from the other one is your character actually has different grunts depending on their gender. Isn't that a novel concept? Gendered voice acting! Don't know why they didn't put in the other one. But, unlike the original Zelda, it's kind of harder to set yourself up for the first dungeon. The overworld's actually smaller than in the original. Which is weird. I bet there are people who can beat this under 4 hours. Like the normal Zelda. I kinda wonder why they shortened it. So, similar to the original Zelda, this game also has a Master Quest mode, and sadly I don't think I'm going to go through it, just because it's the same voice acting. You know, had they used different voice acting, or like different lines, it probably would have. So, unlike the other one, it's just prologue afterwards, there's no epilogue in between episodes. But one thing this has that the other one doesn't have is apparently optional rooms. Do I have to kill anyone in this room? I don't believe it. Knew it! There was rewards for killing everyone. So, because this is Zelda 1 and not a sequel to A Link to the Past, there sadly isn't as many events, like you're not going to get an episode with the priest drowning. It's a little more straightforward to the original, just with the occasional old man telling you stuff. Which is honestly a shame. I would have loved it if there was like a dumb side quest where it's like, oh, it's dangerous to go alone. Come visit me every 15 minutes for a random side quest. But sadly no. I sense voice acting.
You can no longer throw your sword. The effect appears to have worn off. It seems you must now fight with more caution than ever.
So yeah, even though the map's been condensed, it still actually holds a bunch of the secrets from the original Zelda. And why do I get the feeling the original dungeon wasn't here?
Perhaps you have obtained a bomb somewhere. You can use the bomb with the B button. It is said that within this earth there are cliffs and walls that can be destroyed with bombs. In dungeons particularly, are statues of faces embedded in the walls. It is said that some of these stone statues can be destroyed using bombs. It is also said that somewhere there are mysterious blocks that move.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Silver. I picked the character with the most hair. Like as far away as bald as you could get from. If anything, this is advanced non-balding. So, similar to the original pace of the original Zelda, it's kind of not really filled with side quests. You basically just go dungeon to dungeon. Unless you probably know like all the upgrades on the overworld. But one thing which I find kind of funny is there's subliminal advertisements in the dungeons. I'm not kidding. There's like, not quite well, there's something of an ad. If you pay attention to every letter in the dungeon on the map... oh, shoot, I ruined it. Well, the dungeons spell out letters in this one. And... well, you know, I won't ruin what it is.
How fares the battle? I am now pursuing some sealed forbidden manuscript. I shall try using the spell that is in the chapter of lightning, directing it against the evil king's minions. Aha!
So, kind of like the other one, random stuff randomly happens for this, not quite for the sake of it, somewhere in between that. So one of the weird things about this one that the other one doesn't have is this one actually has custom Super Nintendo remixes of the original soundtrack if you don't want to play with the voice acting. But why wouldn't you want to play with the voice acting? Voice acting makes this always better. Quite a lot's awful. I actually finished all the objectives for this week. So that's one of the well, not bad, but different things. Because it's Zelda 1, you're probably bound to finish it a lot faster. I guess you could always grind for rupees. Hey, Oculus. The uptime? It's on the top right. I'm not kidding. That is the uptime. A game with the uptime built in. This game was ahead of its time. I'm really not kidding. That is the uptime.
Listen well, hero. A heart container has appeared before my eyes. There's no mistake. It is something newly washed ashore. I can hear the sound of the waves. You should obtain the heart container. I believe it'll help you with your fight.
What could the heart container that appeared to the old man be? And the place where the waves can be heard. The heart container under the eastern pier has been there from the beginning. It looks like you can't obtain it at the moment. That must mean that there's another place where you can hear the sound of the waves.
So yeah, that's one of the things that this one does that the other one didn't. Or the original. It adds background noise to some of the locations. Granted, they don't really work too well for puzzles. Well, you see, Oculus, this bot kinda just came from nowhere. And I know what you're saying. Isn't it a bad idea to mod a stranger? And the answer is heck no. This guy's more than qualified for it.
Have you found any breakable walls or cliffs yet? Put your bombs to good use. Consider the fact that there are caves of old men and merchants. There may be other secrets hidden all over Hyrule.
I mean, how could I not mod the bot? At least during the broadcast satellite Zelda games. It seemed only fitting. Yeah, exactly.
It's said
Definitely.
that there's an old woman who lives in a hidden cave among the cliffs. Where could she be? Rumor has it that the old woman sells life-restoring medicine. That's something you want to get after delivering the letter. You should do so quickly.
Holy shoot, is this like stereotypical 90s
You know
music
that
in
there are
Zelda?
2 Triforce pieces to find this week. However, only one dungeon entrance can be seen. It appears the second entrance's location cannot be found without bombs.
Oh no, it's just a 90s guitar. I got really excited for a moment.
Let's use this time to review items used with B. Bombs are a very powerful weapon. However, not only can you attack with them, they can also be used to break walls. This is important, so be sure to remember it. Let's try to break a stone wall.
Wow, this is surprisingly restricted. I wonder if it's assumed you wouldn't beat 2 dungeons in under 20 minutes. Now to try and remember all the item spots on the overworld. Wait, I just went to him. So now comes in the part where you all see how unfamiliar I am with the original Zelda. You know, even though this map is smaller than the other one, and it has, you know, more tile sets, instead of just the repeating same 2 tile set sprites for the mountains, I feel like it's somehow harder to get, or just as easy to get lost on the overworld. Which is weird, because like in the original Zelda, the map wasn't even in grids, it was just a piece of paper. I'm not kidding, it really was just a piece of paper. That was your map for Zelda 1. Just a simple piece of paper.
Can be used to stop enemies in their tracks. It is also useful for retrieving things that are out of your reach. Furthermore, you can throw it diagonally.
Alright, Silver, we do that and hopefully it turns out well. Here's the weird thing.
A bow is required to use arrows. One is located in one of the Evil King's dungeons. Merchants sell arrows. However, whenever you fire your bow, your rupee count will decrease, so pay attention.
Holy shoot, I forgot that the original Zelda 1 did this. So, unlike in most Zelda games, you actually don't get a bow. Or, you don't get the bow and arrows. You just get the bow. You actually need to go out and buy the arrows. Now, maybe it's just me, but that seems cheap as heck. Like having to go out and buy the arrows? I kind of want to know the answer to that question. This soundtrack, it has like 90s instruments and sound effects. I really did not expect that from Zelda. Oh, the 90s guitar is back. Maybe that's why the voice acting is more serious here. It's like, the instruments are already weird enough. Let's actually try a little bit with the voice acting this time. This is kind of weird though. Like, I didn't think the first week or first episode, whichever way you want to call it, I didn't remember the overworld being this small. Nintendo must have thought Zelda 1 was really hard. They didn't expect you to beat 2 dungeons in under an hour. Look at that owing sound effect. Seems like the weirdest choice for an instrument. I'm not even sure it's really an instrument. It's just there, like in the left cup of, like on the left side of the song. So, I bet this is probably I bet everyone's at least vaguely familiar with this game, since it's like, well, it's definitely over 25. Can't remember if it's 30 years old. But, oh, neat, titration bot. Telling me stuff. So, how familiar is everyone with the original Zelda one? This feels so weird, being restricted to just this part for the first week? Or episode? Like, Zelda 1's kind of been infamous for, like, being able to go wherever you want. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Like, just being stuck on this part of the overworld for a whole hour. I kind of expected like a side quest or something. But nope. I mean, I can't even finish the side quest that starts in this week, or episode.
What's the matter, you say? The fairy living in the spring has disappeared? This, too, may be an act of the evil king. We cannot leave things like this. We must find the whereabouts of the fairies.
The fairy in the spring has vanished. It seems the power of the evil king is having an effect. Without the fairies, the battle will become difficult. You've got to be careful.
Alright, Stoffel. Everyone loves Zelda 64, to the point where people say it was the best game in the series. Now, I'm kinda curious, did you just play Ocarina of Time, or did you get Majora's Mask also? I know people really like Ocarina of Time. Oh neat, dungeon music finally. Oh, right. Oh.
Even defeating an enemy won't cause a fairy to appear. It's dangerous like this. You'll want some life-restoring medicine.
Yeah, I honestly don't know when the voice acting ends with this game. Might as well go back because I missed a room. Yeah, Stoffel, I kind of agree. I knew Ocarina of Time was like the first one, so it was bound to be more rough on the edges. But I really like Majora's Mask. And it kind of takes into account young Link's height better than Ocarina of Time. I always thought the combat with young Link in Ocarina of Time is kind of... Well, I know they didn't put too much time into it because it's like, oh, you're mostly playing as adult Link in that game. You know, like, when you fight the Iron Knuckles in Majora's Mask towards the end, it's a lot better than what it was in Ocarina of Time, even if you don't upgrade it.
I shall try using the spell located in the Chapter of Fate in the Forbidden Tomb. That wasn't very helpful.
I just realized something. Because of how small the cast in Zelda 1 is, there might only be like 4 characters. Ah, shoot. This was the damn secret room. I'm beating you, old man. This hint sucks. So, sadly you can't kill the old man, no matter how many times you hit him. Holy shoot, this version of the game actually lets you block fireballs. Yeah, that is true. Weirdly enough, in Ocarina of Time, the masks were kind of just there, but one thing that always struck me odd about them was you get the Zora's mask in Ocarina of Time and it tells you to wear it while swimming. But you can't actually put it on while swimming. It gets removed instantly. That always struck me as weird. Oh wait, Dungeons in Zelda 1 don't have portals. Oh, might as well just get grabbed by the Wall Master. Nope, music changing.
Somehow, I've managed to find the whereabouts of the fairies. Now we can borrow their powers. Fortunately, they are friendly to you. They also taught me a new spell. I shall try using this spell on you.
Yeah, I was kind of waiting for a spell.
The fairies have become your friends. Now you hold the advantage in the fight.
I was expecting something like what the fortune teller saying, "Hocus pocus, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In the district of Hyrule, in a small kingdom, there was a mystical power.
Does this song have lyrics?
For many generations. This secret was made of two halves, power and wisdom, which formed the golden triangle of the Triforce.
I did not expect this song in a Zelda game. People singing about the
Ever since the
Triforce?
old woman who lives by the cliff was surrounded by the flower monsters that fly in the sky, she has been forced into hiding against her will.
Evil army
It's probably a good idea to search for her using bombs.
the Triforce, to use it to strengthen his evil grip on the world. He succeeded in stealing only the power half of the Triforce. Princess Zelda of the Small Kingdom took the wisdom half
I kinda don't want to step over the lyrics.
and hid them.
This game has interesting music choice when you choose to play it with the voice acting. I really did not expect this. I also didn't expect them to bring back the old lady, considering usually just use the raft to reach her.
I have now found a fearsome spell in the Forbidden Tomb. But it may help you in the fight. Sure.
Yeah, I wasn't help in this game. Like half these side quests don't even lead anywhere. Why are these hints so awful? Like, they were even translated better. Yeah, tell me how to reach the second dungeon after I defeat it. Take this, old man. Ah. Alright, I'm just going to hope the other... Screaming in a song. God, this is so 90s. Oh. I'm only hoping the other episodes have more overworld and bigger dungeon. Like, I'm honestly surprised. This is just it for the first part. Just 2 short dungeons and a small segment of the overworld. That's the only thing I could really do.
The fairies have returned to their springs. It seems as though they have fled from the evil king's power. The springs have now regained their previous power. The fairies who aided you will not lend you their power anymore. Take care as you keep fighting.
Really surprised. There's just...
The goal was to recover 2 Triforce pieces. If you already have them, it's best to collect rupees and buy items in preparation for next week.
I already bought everything! So the only thing I can really do is just grind for rupees. I know Zelda's considered hard, especially the first game, but... Holy shoot, did I not expect this. Do people really have that much trouble with the first Zelda? Alright, we're in time for the loot box part of Zelda 1. Now I remember it. Just like modern gaming, you can pay money to lose more money. Except, unlike in modern loot boxes, we're not using our... Well, I'd make a joke about saying someone else's wallet, but... nah. Alright. The messed up part was there was actually a formula to this in Zelda 1. You'd think it's completely random, but it was actually, if I remember properly, based on how many enemies you killed. That was actually what determined these. I'm feeling lucky. Damn it, old man! You did this. Just like modern day loot boxes, you somehow lose more money than what you started with. Ripped off too.
There is one final greater spell written in the lightning chapter. I shall use it right now. Kaya! How was that?
I like how the Zora didn't get a clock over its head. I guess the Zora's less important as an enemy. Speaking of the Zora, I always thought it was weird how the Zora was programmed in this game. Unlike the levers, where if you hit them, they'll still, have the same amount of health as they did when they were, on the overworld. The Zoras in this game are weird. They instantly recover health if they died. So it made it near impossible to kill them without, the upgraded sword or arrows. While we're on the topic of upgraded swords, did anyone find it weird how the wooden sword would shoot its own blade in this game? I just felt that was interesting for the wooden sword. I want to say there was a bombable wall here, but I don't remember any bombable walls facing anything other than south. Don't know why. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe there's a secret here. No secrets whatsoever.
A fearsome vision has appeared to my eyes now. A figure that strides on, enveloped in smoke, destroying monsters, rocks, and walls. This is not my own power. The power of the stars that guide you through this world emerges through me. Perhaps I can transfer it to you.
Heck yeah, Super Nintendo slowdown. Always the best slowdown. Holy
There
shoot.
has been a change in your items. Something about the number of bombs. It seems you'll be able to use them to your heart's content.
I did not expect them just to give me infinite bombs. Wow, Nintendo must have thought Zelda 1 was really hard. Like just free infinite bombs. I feel like it's less helpful in A Link to the Past because, you know, the walls, you can either look at a map or just search around for them with your sword if they don't have a visual hint. Is it spoilers to get the last dungeon song in the first episode? Yeah, I know, I did not expect the music to go here. At least not in the first week. I clearly remember more bombable walls in Zelda 1. You know, while we're on the topic of Zelda 1, did anyone watch that weird, half-parody? You know, let's just call it a parody. That weird parody of Zelda 1 that Comedy Central... Was it Comedy Central? Shoot. Who's involved with the show? Actually, yeah, I think it was Comedy Central. Like... Yeah, I remember seeing it on their website. So, assuming I got the right network, there was actually a parody of Zelda 1 that was shown online. Like, not just any fan parody, but there was someone relevant to who made it. I want to say it was Comedy Central. But yeah, there was a Zelda 1 parody show. Shoot, I cannot remember anything about this damn show. No, nothing. Yeah, I know the show's kind of old, and I don't think they aired it on TV. I think it was just on websites. I've actually bombed every wall, except the one here. But I don't remember there ever being anything fairy fountains. Well, I just got proven wrong. One thing I'm kind of disappointed by is the lack of the pushable armos. You know, where you push them and go down a cave, and you either get the old man robbing you, or like the moblin who bribes you to not tell anyone. There's any more explodable walls. Because explodable walls always face on, you know, this tile set. They're never at another angle. Well, let me check it right now. Does somebody go to a non-Zora screen? No way, I do not want to open that edge. Let's shoot windows. I think keep auto-recommending edge. Oh no, not that show, but... Oh yeah, there was an official, like, non-parody show of Zelda. I completely forgot about it. Oh really, little sister lover?
There are some places that you cannot reach no matter how hard you try. The time will surely come when you can reach them. You should keep them in mind.
What were you expecting for dinner? Like, was it food-wise, or was it just like... Another secret rupee room. Ah, that type of thing. Always the best questions from Stoffel. I know this sounds bad, but I'm kind of tempted to start playing another game while I'm waiting for this one to finish its episode. I was not expecting the overworld to be that limited in just the first part. Like, holy shoot, I know Zelda 1's considered hard, but... Okay. I'll pick 3. 3 seems like a good number. Alright, little sister lover. Tell me what the number 3 does? Gets me? Unveils? Oh, the 90s star's coming back. If I remember properly, one difference between this and the original...
Hero, it seems the power of the bombs has disappeared. The power of the stars is also weakening. You must hurry. My power will not last long. This world will soon disappear. You have but a little time remaining to you. Take back the 2 Triforce pieces from the evil king's hands.
Right, about rupees on this game. Even though, like in the original, you waste an arrow for a rupee, you can actually hold more than 255.
Time is running out. Is there anything left undone? Do you have the bow? Did you get the boomerang?
Like, are you just assumed to die a lot in Zelda 1? Was I assumed not to make it out of those dungeons?
Only a little time remains. Did you collect both Triforce pieces?
You know, little sister lover, I honestly think you should choose 5. I mean, unless you really want, like, the 90s-esque Zelda music. I'm honestly shocked this little of the map was included for the first week. Yeah, I feel like I should be more specific with that. So the reason I keep saying week was... Actually, yeah, what would you get with 8 then? So the reason I keep saying week is because... originally these games, they were broadcast 1 episode per week. So you would have to tune in whenever they were airing. And...
This world will soon disappear. Hurry, hurry!
I just love it. Hurry. When I did everything in 20 minutes. I even have every purchasable item now. So, the reason the episode never quite starts off on exactly the hour, and it's always like 5, 6, or 7, is because that's how long it would take downloading the episode. Because, hey Silver, I'm not sure if anyone still remembers how their Super Nintendo worked, but there was a satellite port, or not satellite, the coaxium. Is that what it was called? Well, the cable you would use for cable, you would plug that into the Super Nintendo to download this with the add-on. Broadcast satellite add-on. So, the episode would take 5 minutes, that's why you get little ads with the prologue and stuff. And weirdly enough, all the voice acting you would see here in the game was originally live. So, the actors, like, they had to be well rehearsed because you couldn't quite do a take 2. So, because they were live, you can imagine how hard it was to rebroadcast this.
You fought well to the very end, hero. I witnessed your bravery from here. Today's fight is finished, but that does not mean your mission is over. When this world appears again, perhaps you will arrive at my door once more. Next week, you shall take care of anything you believe you may have left unaccomplished. These memories will not vanish for as long as your fight continues. Until next time.
Good old hydration bot. Well, why can't I skip the screen? Oh, it's going. Holy shoot, you're only given the option to save in between, like, at the end of an episode? Holy shoot, that would make things hard. Imagine if you were at the 50-minute mark and you died. No wonder they gave you a whole hour to beat 2 dungeons. Can you imagine how bad that would be to die at the 40-minute mark and have to redo everything in 20 minutes? Maybe I was undercrediting this game. So weirdly enough, despite not playing as Link, all the artwork in this game depicts Link. So, as a break, should I just leave the game running and go do something briefly? This feels kind of weird, getting actual hints for the enemies.
Oh,
Alright, it's time for
it
Old
is
Man.
good of you to return here without fear, hero. The fight to reclaim the Triforce begins anew. In the dungeons of the evil King Ganon are hidden a total of 8 pieces of the Triforce. 2 new dungeons have appeared today. They must hide pieces of the Triforce too. Now go, hero. Reclaim the Triforce. But today's battle will even be more relentless than the last. I shall try to help you in your fight from here. Oh, that's right. A merchant nearby has begun selling something new. If you use it, it seems you can burn trees. It would be good of you to obtain it, I believe. Now, you must hurry. Like before, the world will disappear in due time. Now, I return the memories you entrusted to me. It is best for you to have them.
First, I'll go over how to play. To use your sword, press the A or Y buttons. Go ahead, press it, and show your attack. Next, I want you to press the X button. This screen is called the subscreen. On this screen are listed the things that you are carrying. When you want to use one, press the B button. To change what will be used, make your selection and press the X button again to leave this screen. You can also change your items with L and R at any time. Well, it appears that this week you will have to begin by meeting a merchant. One is located not too far from here. Surely you just have to head for a nearby cave. Also, the old man said to reclaim 2 Triforce pieces today. You will be looking for the level 3 and level 4 dungeons. If you already have 2 Triforce pieces, this will surely bring your total to 4. If you don't have the other 2 pieces, don't panic. The level 1 and level 2 dungeons are already present in this region. You can complete them at any time. The level 1 and level 2 dungeons have their locations shown on your map, should you look at it.
Now, I know the smart thing to do would be continue with the story, but I honestly forgot to buy the potion. I need that, if dying means losing everything you did for that week. Oh, it's not to be here for...
I'm sorry, hero. To deal with merchants, you need rupees. I do not know how many rupees you have, so I thought this would be helpful for you. For a brief while from now, I've cast a spell on the enemies. Don't overdo it and get yourself knocked out.
You know, it's funny you bring that up,
Have you
Zelda.
met with a merchant? Did you buy a candle from him? If you don't have enough rupees, be sure to defeat enemies while the spell remains. You won't be able to get very far if you can't burn trees.
It's funny you mention that, Silver, because back in Zelda 1, there's actually only the Triforce of Wisdom and the Triforce of Power. And the reason for that is because the King of Hyrule, the old King of
Here is a
Hyrule,
recap of the tools that you can use with the B button. Bombs are powerful weapons. You can use them to defeat enemies as well as break stone walls. Be sure to remember that, as it is very important, especially with regard to the statues depicting faces that are embedded in the walls of the dungeons. It is said that some of those can be destroyed.
So, as far as Zelda and Ganondorf and the rest of Hyrule is concerned, There's only two Triforces. Triforce Power and the Triforce Wisdom, because the old
The
king...
boomerang is able to stop enemy movements. It is also useful for obtaining items that are out of your reach. You can also throw it diagonally.
I feel like the game doesn't want everyone to know the lore.
You need arrows to use the bow. The bow is in a dungeon somewhere. Arrows are sold by merchants. Be careful, however, as firing an arrow costs a single rupee every time.
Okay, I think it's safe to talk. So, the Triforce. The old king, which is never quite explained whether or not it's Zelda's father or just some great-great-grandfather. But he used the Wait,
Let's use the spell found out of the chapter of Fate of the Forbidden Tomb. Ta!
The appearance of the subscreen changes when entering a dungeon. Let's explain the dungeon maps. Somewhere in each dungeon has been dropped a sheet of paper with a map drawn on it. By collecting this item, a small map will appear on the left of the screen. On the right side of the subscreen is a large map which records where you have been. Any room that is entered even once is recorded here. While comparing the two maps, be sure to aim for the location of Triforce Piece. If you pick up a compass, you should be able to see the location of Triforce Piece on the small map.
You know what? Just play Zelda 2. That's all I can say. I don't think the game wants you guys to know the lore. I mean, I've been interrupted every time I try talking about it. If that isn't a sign, I don't know what is.
The old man's spell has faded. The enemies are back to normal. You still need to venture into the western region of Hyrule. Hurry up. Currently, you can only see a small portion of Hyrule. The dungeons of the evil King Ganon are as arduous as ever. The road should open if you can burn down the trees in the way.
Okay, I know this might sound bad, but I don't remember the order to go into the Lost Woods. That might become a problem because I think I need to go there. Unless the game wants to tell me how. But yeah, the Triforce, and why there are two pieces in this game. So, the old King of Hyrule used the currently unknown Triforce of Courage to give himself immortality and rule for centuries.
The candle can burn wood, but it is also a useful tool for brightening darkened rooms. However, it can only be used once per screen. If you want to use it on the same screen many times, you have to leave that screen and then re-enter it.
Okay, I'm convinced the game really doesn't want anyone to know the lore. Every single time. Every time I talk about it. I don't know if I should take this as a sign. I just don't know anymore. Every single time it's like, okay, so the lore about missing Triforce
Have you set
pieces.
foot in the west of Hyrule and seen the Lost Woods? That forest ends up ensnaring many travelers. Evil spirits trick them into continuing to wander in the forest until they die. No one in Hyrule dares approach it. There is only one way out of the woods, yet Even as you exit, more difficulties lie before you. You should wait for the old man's instructions.
Okay, so I was right. The game does tell you the puzzle. Because I don't remember it, and I don't want to look it up. You know, Silver, I'm not entirely sure what the candle is. Maybe I need someone to tell me 12 times. Finally, the voice acting's picking up. I'm just surprised that the damn narrator cut me off this many times. Alright, so these lovely enemies are the Iron Knuckles. Now, unlike in Ocarina of Time, they're not beautiful tan women. In this one, they're just animated suits of metal. You know, which is a shame. Who wouldn't love to fight a tan woman? Who the game deliberately goes out of their way to call beautiful. Okay, so, before I get cut off, the Triforce and the Old King. So, the Old King ruled. He used the Triforce for immortality. Hyrule had a prosperous era, but the reason this king ended his rule, considering he had immortality, was because there was an event with the royal family. Basically, Zelda's brother assassinated her. So, the king grew into despair.
In the dungeons, you must have seen the round skulls, the bubbles. These are the most annoying enemies. Although they don't hurt you when they touch you, they will render you unable to use your sword temporarily. Be wary of the red bubble. If you touch one, your sword is disabled permanently unless you touch a blue bubble. Beware the red bubbles the most. There seems to be an enemy who eats your shields as well. Do not be careless around them.
Got his voice acting straight. So, the king fell into despair, and because of his depression, he stopped being as diligent, so somehow that got him killed. He must have not used the Triforce for immortality, but because...
I shall use the lightning spell once again. Hata!
So, because Zelda got assassinated, they decided to name every... I forget the exact wording, but basically, either every woman or every other woman would be named Zelda. Can't remember the exact cycle. The only oddity about this is that Zelda 1 takes place pretty late in the timeline. So, as you can tell, the King of Hyrule, the Old King, ruled for a very long time. If, you know, generations were being skipped. Because Zelda, Link, and Impa are all destined to come back. Because Zelda is a human reincarnation of the god Hylia.
Just moments ago, I tried reading the minds of the merchants. Ah, this is what I found. The merchants think of nothing but rupees. Not even the future of Hyrule is on their minds. I'll make them my puppets for a while. Talk to the merchants while I manipulate their hearts.
The old
Should I
man's
even
spell
try?
is beginning to work. The goods that merchants deal in have become cheaper. You do well to buy items useful in battle now. Let's go down to see the merchants.
Should I even try with this? You know what? You got the important part. Zelda's brother, King, Immortal, Triforce, Impa, Zelda, Ganondorf. Well, Impa and Zelda are reincarnating. Ganondorf's the OG. He's not reincarnating. Yeah, you got the main points. You can fill in the blanks, right?
Arrows are a good purchase if you have the bow. The merchant to the west sells arrows. However, remember that every single time you fire an arrow, you lose 1 rupee. You should purchase the candle at 30 rupees. The shield is 65 rupees. If you have the shield, you can block the bullets fired by the Zora who rise from the water to attack you.
Where was this voice acting in week 1? This would have kept the first week interesting. You know what? You got the important parts. Link, Zelda, and Impa are going to keep coming back. Ganondorf isn't a reincarnate.
Raft in the level 3 dungeon. Where can you use the raft? Where is the level 4 dungeon? The evil king's minions must be across the water.
Can you imagine if modern video games had voice acting? What a novel and boring concept. That sure would be weird, right? A video game having voice acting? Why do I hear horses in this song? Alright. Manhandler. Now, in every game it's shown up with except Hyrule Warriors, because it's Hyrule Warriors, there's always a similar strategy to killing this boss, except for the Game Boy game, Oracle of Seasons, which got really fancy with the boss fight. So, what you want to do is get near it, and not actually slash it, that just makes things harder. You want to quickly start spamming bombs. And it's done. Alright, Silver. Good night. So yeah, if you don't do that, the boss fight gets really hard. Like, you would not believe how fast that thing starts moving with one head. Alright, Silver. Good night. Yeah, that boss is horrible to fight without the, bombs. Like, it just won't end well. That's a distinct image if I've ever seen one. Alright, so as far as dungeons are concerned, we've gotten the letters ST period G. You know, I'm sure the advertising meant a lot more in the 90s.
I shall try using the spell from the lightning chapter. Ita!
I know this is going to sound stupid, but I can't tell when the voice acting finishes because they don't have a campy line like, "Is that so, young one?" They end their sentences like normal people. I can't tell when they want, like, when the sentence ends. Like, are they going to keep talking, or is it over? Voice acting with non-scripted pauses. What is this? Alright. Since I can't remember the damn code to Lost Woods, I'm just going to go to the next place. Oh wait, I was supposed to go to the merchant. Shoot. I need to get the ring. Because, you know, that makes sense, right? Hyrule can wait and all. We need to go jewelry shopping. Why didn't Zelda Breath of the Wild have jewelry? So, just like in real life, getting a blue ring turns your green outfit, or I'm sorry, your green dress blue. It's not a tunic, she's actually wearing a dress. Actually, that is a weird thing. In Ancient Stone Tablets, like, she starts off the intro in her dress, but by the time you play, she's in a tunic. Does that mean Agena and Zelda undressed her? Like, is Hyrule non-accepting of foreigners' outfits? Is that what Nintendo's implying? I don't want to live in a Hyrule where that's a thing. Can you imagine that? So with all these dark rooms, I can't help but feel I might get a torch as this dungeon's item. Either the torch or the stepladder. Now, is that anything else? Oh no, voice
I
acting.
must tell you something regrettable. The merchant's mine has returned to normal. The sales are now at their normal prices. Somehow the old man is doing some follow-up work for you.
I'm sorry, did I mishear that? Was I told the old man's doing quality work for us? I don't believe that. Shoot, I can't take on these guys. Wow, does this look weird. It's like a bunch of peaches. So, similar to Manhandler, what you want to do is start spamming bombs and wow! So basically in the original Zelda, this thing starts moving like crazy fast the moment you even hit one segment off. Holy shoot, I was not expecting it to be this lenient. Can I use the bait on it? I did not expect them to make the boss not speed up like crazy. And I can't tell if the bait was working. Oh heck yeah! I'm not kidding, you want to use bombs on everything in the original Zelda. Like, screw using the sword, that thing sucks. You want to just spam everything with bombs. Like fighting an iron knuckle? Forget it.
There's some people who are communicating with me. Apparently, they are hiding themselves from the evil king's minions. Some of them say they want to help you. I will send you the candle power. However, know that not all of them are allies.
Maybe I'm mishearing stuff, but did I hear candle power?
Let's experiment with a candle. Thanks to the old man's power, you can use the candle as much as you like. With this, you might meet allies hiding under trees. They will give you important information. Let's burn suspicious trees with the candle.
Let's burn suspicious trees with a candle. Seems like a good thing to tell a child. Can I burn the iron knuckles? Darn. Oh, neat map. Tell me I haven't been doing this in the right order. So that right there is why you need the stepladder in this game. Apparently it's too much to ask to jump over stuff. So the solution was stepladder. I don't want to see that, I just jump over stuff. Now, normally in Zelda 1, the original, you typically would not want to leave a room with iron knuckles. Wait, are the dark nuts or iron knuckles in this game? Shoot. I'm just going to assume they're iron knuckles. Wait, no, iron knuckles are in Zelda 2. Okay, so they would be the dark nut. Typically, you wouldn't want to leave them alive, because their rooms always have some weird, cryptic treasure.
Your uphill battle continues. I will try to help with the lightning spell. Eta!
So, those weird blobs, those are like legs. These, often neglected weirdos of an enemy. It's kind of like slime gone wrong. They take a bunch to kill, and in this game, you can never get the stuff back they take from you. Now, I know they don't seem too bad in this room, but in the original Zelda, you'll get thrown around with a bunch of them, and the Jinx, and a bunch of whiz robes. Not quite the best combination. Oh, neat, the ocarina! That's definitely something every Zelda game needs. Musical instrument for the sake of it. Now, weirdly enough, in the original it was a recorder.
Hero, I shall try using the spell found in the Fate chapter of the Forbidden Tomb. Ta!
I'm really expecting him to finish his sentences with something like, "Young one, it is finished," or, "Is that so?" So weird having him. You know, I feel like that's redundant. If you got the ocarina, wouldn't you expect you'd have to use it?
Have you found the flute in the level 4 dungeon? Blow the flute and a tornado appears. It will carry you to the entrances of any dungeons you have defeated.
I'm pretty sure it's an ocarina. Oh boy, gambling, heck yeah. Aw, I don't have enough money. Shoot, I don't even think enemies drop money in dungeons. Well, they drop more bombs. I think I'm going to have to come back here. No, I don't like the way this room looks. I want to play some bait here. You know what? You can never go wrong with fire. Screw actually getting close enough to hit your enemies. Fire's all cleansing power is always a good solution. Door. So, as you might expect, the fire actually burns you. Ah, neat, money! Now I can go buy that bomb upgrade. I like the idea of having a power-up that kind of hurts you if used wrong.
Something strange is going on. You can no longer use the candle as often as you'd like. It appears that the old man's spell has faded.
Well, so much for burning everything on fire. Now I actually have to get close to stuff again. I want to get close to stuff. Oh, shoot. Well, there went 130 rupees down the line. I wasn't even on the same square. Shoot, they're just bomb camping me. So this is kind of where the flow of Zelda 1, I guess, would pick up? No, not quite. Like, I don't even remember Zelda 1 and well, no, I take it back. The rooms don't really get crowded until later. Come on. Oops. I swear, that thing has, like, a larger hitbox than what it really, its sprite is. Ah, neat. Music change.
Have you seen the forest from which you cannot proceed once you go in? Let's exorcise the spirits of the forest with a spell. You should be able to move through the Lost Woods freely.
Well, that was a weird way to answer that puzzle. In the original one, like, you were given directions. So that whole thing about playing...
You will no longer lose your way in the Lost Woods. By having the spirits driven away, the forest has become a straightforward path. No one has ever gone past these woods yet. Surely there must be something beyond the forest.
That whole trick with using the ocarina does not work in the original. Despite being told, play an instrument. Shoot, things
Did you wait all this time to exit the forest just to head into a desert storm? Is this a trap that someone set up? This is wasting our time. You should wait for the old man's help. Have you found the 4th Triforce piece yet? If not, hurry to the level 4 dungeon. The level 4 dungeon is past the pier by the lake.
That boss fight could have gone ugly quickly. Shoot. Maybe I misread that number. I swear it did more than 3 hearts of damage. Alright, time to go into that Lost Woods. Feels kind of weird doing the thing. But no, I'll go west. That seems like the right direction. Holy shoot, I remember this part being incredibly hard in Zelda 1. Ah. So, this is one of those, the thing after you move faster than you types of challenges. It's pretty, at times near impossible. You're usually better off going the other way. Going from bottom to... or going from top to bottom. I swear, it's like some of them go out of their way to target you. Yeah, this is always a bit of a challenge, but you want to do it because you get the level 2 sword. It is possible to do it, even though it sometimes feels like the game's input reading you. It's definitely... Okay, that one took a sharp turn out of nowhere. Definitely possible. Even if it really feels like it's input reading you. Maybe I should just use a keyboard for this part. Oh, someone sure using keyboard. I'll give this 3 more tries. If not, I'm going back south to Lost Woods. Okay, when I said 3 tries, I meant with the tornado grabbing me. Okay. Last try. I can do it. Part of the cards. Okay, I know it said 3 tries, but I feel like I can do it. I say that as I don't even leave the first part. Oh shoot. I think it took too long in Lost Woods.
Finally! I made it just barely. I was at last successful in suppressing the desert storm. The desert should be much less perilous now.
What? This game doesn't force you to do that rigged puzzle? Wow, Nintendo must have really thought Zelda 1 was hard.
That annoying desert storm has finally disappeared. Nobody knows what is on the other side of the desert.
So, in the normal Zelda one, this takes you to a graveyard, which you can use to skip ahead. It also has an item in graves. Now, there's a weird trick to killing the ghost. Wait. I think I pushed this grave. I guess I'm not doing that part yet. Normally you're supposed to push the one grave where the ghosts don't come out of. Oh. Guess I'm just going to the bottom part of the forest.
I shall
Wait.
try using the last spell from the chapter of lightning. Utah!
Well, that spell would have been useful to have in the graveyard. Here's the weird part. Normally you'd get the power bracelet underneath an Armos. But there are no Armos except for the two at the entrance. I'm kind of convinced if this game is willing to give the answer away for free, maybe they changed the solution to this puzzle. So they did. Oh, so this is like the worst message to get in Zelda 1, because you walk up to the sword and it's like, oh, why can't I pick up the sword? It's actually based on heart containers. Well, now that I think about it, you're supposed to get the level 3 sword here, not the level 2 one. The level 2 one's supposed to be up the waterfall on the northeast part of the map. To look over this one more time. I guess they just added red herrings. This game's weird. It only halfway changes puzzles. I say halfway because half of the puzzle's there, and the other half is just given to you. Now, since this game seems to have the 2 dungeons per episode / hour mentality, I kinda wonder how the last one's going to go. I wonder if it's like Ancient Stone Tablets, where it kinda just makes the would-be 9th dungeon not exist.
Those people are still talking to me. They say that they will lend you power. Let's try something a little different. Let's figure out their whereabouts.
Those people I've been talking to. Don't you just love the 90s?
There may be allies hiding themselves underground. You should listen carefully. You will hear a signal from them. When you hear it, surely there is somebody nearby. Use candles and bombs to meet them.
Maybe they just didn't expect people could beat this game in 4 hours. Okay, so there's a secret here. Did I just miss the bombable wall? Yep, sure enough. This song feels so out of place. I know they're talking about the Triforce.
Was made of 2 halves. Power.
It still feels weird having like a synthetic voice in Zelda.
Triforce.
Now I know there were technically robots in. Can I push these statues? Nope. Huh.
You're running out of time. What loose threads have you left hanging that you should tie up? The raft, the flute, and the stronger boomerang. These all can be obtained today. They are all in the dungeons. According to rumor, it is said that there is someone who will give you a stronger sword called the White Sword. Is the White Sword in your hand? Go west through the Lost Woods, then quickly reach the cemetery north of the desert. The graves in the cemetery hold a secret.
I didn't actually think they used that translation. White sword. It's kind of wrong since it's blue. Why does this old man only tell me stuff after I've figured it out? I swear, he's out to get me. Damn old man, deliberately telling me stuff I've already done. Maybe it's just me, but I don't remember Zelda 1 enemies actually respawning this quickly. I remember there being a pattern to it, like it was this many screens for this enemy. It's not the obvious one to blow up. Maybe. Now, this is an easy choice. You never take the red potion. It's just there to make life harder. I wonder if the text will still be there if I go back in. Nope, it's just gone.
Only 3 minutes left. Hurry!
Okay, that jingle screwed me over. I thought I discovered something. Alright. So, in the original Zelda one, you actually don't get 20 hearts. Instead, it's, I believe, 16? I think this game's following the same rules. Yep, sure enough. 16 hearts is the max. It's still kind of weird that you can't really push the Armos. Oh shoot, did I ever visit the old lady from the other tweet? Oh yeah, they just moved her spot. magic jingle tells me one of these many bushes is the burnable one. And I just saw the time. I don't think I'll figure out in 2 minutes. Alright, might as well just focus on the potion. You know, that's another thing that this game is kind of weird about. Rather than the blue potion being the better one, the red one's the better one in Zelda 1. I always thought that was weird. The only other game that does that is the Minish Cap, weirdly enough. I always thought it was a weird thing. So this character, even though the game never tells you, is actually Impa. Yeah, you only get told in the instruction manual.
There was a small boy by the name of Link who had the strength of a pure heart. He took it upon himself to save the Princess Zelda. But
character's name excluded from the game.
Who is now in possession
They expect you to know.
of the Triforce. He needs to find the 8 parts of the Wisdom Half. It is only with the complete wisdom that he can enter Death's Mountain, the domain of Ganon. Can he find the 8 parts? Can he save Princess Zelda and defeat the evil Ganon? He can do these things only with your help.
Not going to lie, I stayed quiet because I could have sworn the lyrics were different last time.
At last,
Not sure.
time is up.
Well done! Here are the results of today's fight. 4 more dungeons are still to come. Let me take your sword again. I shall keep the important memories of your battles. These memories can never disappear until the fight ends. So, let's meet again.
So, each episode's supposed to be an hour. So why am I somehow at 1 hour and 53 minutes? I know I cut out 5 minutes, but shouldn't I be at 5:58? Oh well. Alright, it's time for episode 3. Is this the same font? Nah, shoot, they were called Dark Nuts in this game. I thought they were Iron Knuckles. Alright, it's time for the old man to whisper his sweet lies.
Welcome back once again, hero. Now, you must collect 2 more Triforce pieces. Once more, they are inside 2 of the evil King Ganon's dungeons. Our goal is to have 6 pieces of the Triforce in total at the end of the battle today. You should have obtained a raft back in the 3rd dungeon. With that, go east towards the sea. It is calm there now, without any fierce whirlpools. I can see an entrance to a dungeon there. So, let's...
We'll be right back. Wouldn't you believe it, the sound went out. Alright, and we're back, and the sound problem got fixed. Can you imagine not hearing this game with sound? It'd be an injustice.
Get going. I will help you out from here, as usual. Hurry, hero. Give it your best, for your time is limited. Regain the 2 Triforce pieces before the land disappears. Now, take your sword.
I don't think that's the sword I was using.
Let's begin this week with a recap of the controls. To use the sword, press the A or Y button. Take a look at what happens when pressing the X button. This display is called the subscreen. Here you can choose what is used with the B button. For example, the B button can be set to use the boomerang, bombs, candle, or the flute. Try other items when they're added to your inventory. Well, this week began with the old man talking about the whirlpools. You may already have the raft and have seen the whirlpool. If not, go to the sea in the east. But wait, you can't go to the level 5 dungeon unless you have the raft. The only way to obtain this is to challenge the level 3 dungeon. That dungeon can already be found somewhere in this region. If you look at the map, you'll surely understand where it is. However, not all dungeon entrances are visible.
Weirdly enough, my controller stopped working. Wow, it's like the sound and the input just wanted to die all at once. What are the odds? Holy shoot, did my controller die? The lights turned on and it's not accepting input. Oh, shoot.
Have you already mastered the tools used with the B button? The boomerang stops the movement of any enemy it hits. It can also grab things that are beyond your reach. Bombs can be used to break walls as well as defeat enemies. It is said that there are breakable walls and cliffs above ground. In particular, the level 2 dungeon entrance can only be opened with a bomb. You can also break the statues in dungeons to find missing rooms. The candle can illuminate darkened rooms. It can also be used to burn any tree which blocks your path.
Okay, little sister lover. Are we really missing anything? It's just the intro. They're still talking. Couldn't connect controller.
Have you still
Try
not figured out the locations of the dungeons? The level 3 dungeon is in the southernmost area of the forest. The level 4 dungeon is up by the shore of the lake.
My controller apparently doesn't want to connect to my computer anymore. By the way,
the fight difficult, hero? A merchant is selling medicine across the sea, besides the level 5 dungeon. It is a valuable medicine that recovers life. It would be good to obtain it.
Well, I guess my controller wanted to not work anymore, so...
You will need the raft to cross the sea to the east, past where the whirlpool was, in order to reach the level 5 dungeon. You can obtain the raft in the level 3 dungeon.
Oh shoot. Both the bots came at once. You know what? This isn't so bad. I got the controller semi-working. All it took was 2 bots to show up. I'll count the intermission as the break. That's kind of weird, starting episode 3 at 2 hours. Shoot, where do I go? No, I wasn't paying attention to the narrator repeat everything twice. Now I don't know where to go. Shoot.
The entrance to the dungeon, which you use the raft to reach, is not visible. There is just a suspicious grave. The evil king's power must be at work here. You're looking at an illusion. What appears to be a cliff is actually nothing. Let's experiment. Try walking into the cliff.
I need a raft spot. This looks promising. Now, I'm kind of curious what the Grave Soldier's guard is. You know what, you're right, little sister lover.
In this world, it is necessary to use rupees as money to buy things from merchants. You can acquire some by defeating enemies. There are some things merchants are selling that you should buy. For example, the magical shields are stronger than the ones you currently have. They can block the bullets Zora's fire from across the water. Arrows need the bow to be used. The bow should be found in the level 1 dungeon. The candle can burn trees, but it is also necessary to illuminate darkened rooms. Get the ring to reduce damage from enemy attacks. All that is known about the meat is that some monsters like it. However, it is a mystery why merchants are selling it.
Hey you random person playing this game, did you forget how to play it? Good thing, I'll tell you how to play it again. What was I thinking?
How are you fighting, hero? I shall try using the spell of lightning again. Hata!
I feel robbed. That spell did absolutely nothing. I'm starting to think the game's self-aware. It does stuff. Talk about the game ripping you off and suddenly not ripped off. There's definitely something suspicious going on. I'll take this rock formation.
Does the white sword shine in your hand? Meet the old man at the graveyard if you do not have it. To reach the cemetery, exit the forest from the west and go north from the desert. Then push the gravestone in the middle. If you have enough life, you should get the powerful white sword.
Something about a fake wall being fake? None of these walls really... I'm starting to think this game might be listening to me. The moment I call out the wall not being real, or not being fake, it does that. The game's eavesdropping on me. Curse you, game. How dare you eavesdrop and be good at it.
The Genie in the graveyard have a secret. You can't defeat the Genie who appear when you touch tombstones. They are mere illusions. The Genie who was there from the start when you enter is real. All the illusions are sure to disappear if the real one is defeated. It's easy to tell the real one in a crowd. The real one doesn't fly diagonally.
I know this is going to sound stupid, but I practically know that hint. they never knew that the fake ghosts wouldn't fly diagonal.
The medicine sold near level 5 is blue. Actually, a red medicine which has the effect of being 2 blue medicines also exists. An old woman who lives somewhere in this land handles them, but the old woman's cave is hidden in the cliffs. The old woman has been forced into hiding within the secret cave, surrounded by the flying flower monsters known as peahats. A letter is required to buy medicine from the old woman. The letter is given by the old man living by the East Sea.
I feel like that's kind of cheap. The game just gave away the whole puzzle. It's like, hey, you want to know what to do? Okay, here's the answer. Wow, this room easy to get to.
Let's sort through the secrets of the dungeons. Level 1 dungeon. The entrance to this can be found without difficulty. It contains the bow. If you can find the right block to push, be sure to obtain it. Level 2 dungeon. This place is in the huge rock besides the cliff to the northeast. You can't find this entrance without breaking the rock with a bomb. If you kill all the boomerang using Gorilla, you can obtain one for yourself. Also, there are rooms separate from the rest which you can see on the map of the dungeons. To get to where you need to be, break the walls with bombs. Level 3 dungeon. This place is south of the forest. Obtain the raft here. There is a secret in the room where you see the key in this dungeon. Think about where to go from that room in the south, where you see the key, but can't obtain it. There must be a bomb in a nearby room. It is possible to take it with the boomerang. That bomb is also necessary for going to the old man's room in the labyrinth, and next to that. Level 4 dungeon. This place is by the lake north of the forest. It is possible to get past the pier if you have a raft. The flute can be obtained here. There is a block that can't be moved until all the enemies are defeated. If you spot it, the flute will surely be obtained. The Triforce room is located near the entrance, but you need to find it from the back room, so don't rush.
Can I just point out what an awful person that is? They're just standing in the middle of a dark dungeon saying, I won't move until you give me food. Awful people. Yeah, but
Hero, I have seen that fearsome vision again. A figure that strides on, enveloped in smoke, destroying monsters, rocks, and walls. And once more, I strongly feel the power of the stars that guide you. That power shall reach you through my body.
that power will
Look at
reach
the number
you.
of bombs on the screen. It
Damn it, can you
seems
make
that
fun
the
of a
time
game
has
without
come
being cut
for
off?
infinite bombs. Try using them on all the suspicious walls and cliffs.
I was about to say, little sister lover, like if you knew someone who likes staying in dark caves just to ask for food, I feel like that could have been a story. Shoot, I can't even remember the line I was going to make fun of. Something about
Already have a
connect.
ladder? The ladder is located in the level 5 dungeon. It can cross rivers and moats, though only small ones. Do you remember the river where the peahats live? You can proceed past that with the ladder.
Hey look, multiple Dodongos. Wouldn't this have been a hard boss fight if I didn't have infinite bombs? Yep, it sure would have been. I'll get this game. Takes half the challenge out, but leaves the other half perfectly intact. my gosh. For once, the narrator spoke ahead of time, instead of reciting the past. It's the step ladder.
I seem to remember that there is a heart container somewhere in the East Sea. Go to where it is if you have the ladder. This should turn the tide of the fight in your favor.
Step ladder has to be the weirdest item to get as an upgrade. Damn it, I don't have enough money twice. Wait, this game's rigged. That room isn't on the map.
Have you found the entrance to the level 5 dungeon yet? Cross the sea in the east from the pier. Find the suspicious grave, and go directly north from the grave. You don't need a bomb for this.
It's just me, but I feel like things are stacked up against a character. If you have to feed people just to advance, like everyday people, not like people crippled or anything, just everyday people who just want someone to feed them. The weird thing about getting, I guess, the ladder, or sorry, step ladder, this late into the game, is it makes it seem like they want you to go back to the other dungeons.
In the
Holy
dungeons,
shoot, a
you
helpful
must have
hint.
seen the round skulls, the bubbles. These are the most annoying enemies. Although they don't hurt you with their touch, they render you unable to use your sword temporarily. In particular, if you touch a red bubble, your sword is disabled permanently until you touch a blue bubble. Beware these enemies the most. There is also an enemy who eats your shields as well. Do not be careless around them.
You know, when you put it that way, it only makes me want to use the bombs even more.
It seems your uphill battle continues. I will try to help with the spell of lightning. Hit-ta!
Okay, maybe it's just me and my headphones, but doesn't it sound like there's like a weird sound effect on the left side of this track? Like, I can't be the only person hearing it, right? I don't want to fight these whiz robes. I don't care what the reward is. These guys are scary. I could probably win in a fight. Almost as bad as the Dark Knight. Holy shoot, I just realized this is like the one game where the mages are an actual threat. Okay, so I'm not the only one. Like, I know the other game used the CD soundtrack that was already released, but I don't know, like, this game features a different set of songs if you play without the voice acting that are actually context sensitive, but this one's just weird. Wow, is this night bomb-proof? Surprising lack of blow-upable walls here.
Let's use the art of lightning one last time. Yita!
I was kind of hoping for the guy to kill the enemy. Thanks for the host, Roxons. Hey, Roxons, how are things going for you? Oh, shoot. I solved the puzzle the wrong way. Is the music really that loud? Like, I kept this at the same volume as the other Zelda game, and nobody complains about the volume. Anyone else in chat, is the music okay for you? Oh shoot, more voice acting.
The power of the stars seems to have faded. It no longer flows in me.
The power of infinite bombs is lost. From here on out, you can no longer be so careless about their use.
Okay, I know exactly what to do. Alright, little sister lover. How's this? This any better? You have to say something. Or anyone in general. What's that fly so hard to hit? You know what? I think here's the bolder question. Do we really need to hear my commentary? I'm pretty sure we're all here for the narrator. Alright, I'll be sure to lower it right now. Alright, let's see. Sound settings. And, of course, the Super Nintendo weird. Alright, I know what to do then.
Do you hear me, hero? I am uneasy about how the falling rocks that always scared those traveling to the northern Rocky Mountain have stopped. It probably means that something unknown awaits. Hurry, your time is almost half past.
It has been said by people who have escaped the falling rocks that there is a mysteriously lucky old man in the northern Rocky Mountains. Also, further west, there are eerie Armos statues lined up in place. It has been handed down in old tales that bad things happen when these statues move.
Ugh. If it's not one thing, it's another. So, how's the volume now? Bearable? Oh shoot, this part actually might be hard without all the bombs.
The time you have left is down to half. The entrance to the level 6 dungeon hasn't been found yet either. You must feel impatient.
Warframe, huh?
Hero, I've finally acquired a new spell. I was able to touch the fountain of life that flows through the earth. Oh, how wonderful! Let me send the power of the earth to you. However, it will not last for long. In the meantime, it is a good idea to challenge some dungeons while your defenses are high.
Thanks to the old man, you now have a total of 16 hearts. Starting from the moment of the old man's speech, this ability will only last for 10 minutes. It will be difficult for you to die even if you act irrationally. However, you still need to be wary of the amount of life you have left. If you become careless, then you may still be defeated.
Okay, sorry for the weird delay. Just wanted to say thanks, Kiddo Caboose, for the follow. My mic actually stopped working at that moment. Yeah, it wasn't on mute. It just flat out stopped working. And yeah, it was never muted, irritated. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah! So I take it you're like a fan of like Super Nintendo emulation, since it has the fancy voice chip? Like most people don't, or not voice chip, most people don't know about the MSU chip. Hey,
Regrettably, the merchant who was selling medicine in front of the level 5 dungeon appears to have sensed danger and disappeared.
oh, sorry, no, it wasn't that. It's just that as a running joke, I'm trying not to talk over the voice acting because you know, voice acting this good needs to be heard. Mendinin. Oh, thanks. Now I hopefully can't get it wrong. Hey, Mendinin. Voice acting.
For as long as I have lived, such an event is unprecedented. I see the entrance of a dungeon appear in the swaying waters. A comforting tone is heard with the sound of the waves.
At last, a clue to where the level 6 dungeon is. It seems to appear from the sea with a sweet sound. Do you have the flute obtained in the level 4 dungeon? But wait, exactly what sea is being indicated here? It doesn't appear to have been the sea to the east. There is not a sea to the west. The remaining coast is only in the southeast.
Holy shoot, it was actual people on the forums who did the voicing? I had no idea. Like, there's surprisingly a lack of info on the people who did the voicing. I would have never guessed it was people on the forums. That just makes it even better. I had no idea. Wait, wasn't there a guy selling stuff here? I had no idea it was people on the BS Zelda forum. It still feels weird saying BS. Maybe I should just say broadcast satellite. Ah.
Hero, I shall use the spell written in the chapter of fate from the Forbidden Tomb. Ta!
Wait, is that the same Glitterberry, like, the lady who does, like, the Zelda translations? Like, the, Hyrule Historia? Is that the same Glitterberry? Holy shoot. If it's the same one, that's incredible. Being able to do the campy voice acting. Oh, wow. I thought it was a different Glitterberry. Never would have expected it to be the same one. Oh yeah, good old Zelda CDI with the weird close-ins and close-ups during people talking. This thing's a good idea. Still kinda sure. Well, so much for that one. That would be something. Having a patch of a game only to replace someone. Worse stuff has happened.
Hero, I shall use the spell written in the chapter of fate from the Forbidden Tomb. Ta!
I feel like an idiot now because I was told where the other dungeon was at least 4 times by the narrator. I've already forgotten it. Shoot. Broadcast Zelda finally got to me. Maybe I should pay again for the hint. Bracelet. No, it's not the answer. Yep, can't remember. I'm not sure if my memory of Zelda 1's fading or if I just can't remember what the narrator kept telling me over and over. I don't even think I have enough time to beat it. I think I just have 16 minutes left. Okay, so it's not the power bracelet. I probably shouldn't be there yet. Oh, this definitely doesn't feel like the right way, though. See, I beat the first 2 dungeons in about 5 minutes each, but... Shoot, was it the level 5 dungeon? Yeah, the level 5 dungeon took me half an hour. It's funny, because I was saying like, holy shoot, were the first 2 dungeons easy, and I had so much time, and now I'm just running in circles. I think the game's making fun of me for making fun of it earlier. Shoot, I can't remember. I'm just going back to pay the old man. Old man, help me. I can't remember any.
It seems the spell the old man received from the earth has disappeared. From here you must fight using your power alone.
You know, I think that is a good hint, actually. I think I know where that is. Holy shoot. Thanks. I actually think I know where that is. Now to not get horrifically beat up by the stuff next to me. Actually, I don't think I picked up a heart container by the beach. I remember people talking about it. And that one. Alright. Have the ocarina, which is suspiciously called a flute. Here's the part where I get lost trying to remember the screen. I'm sure I'll find it. It's nearby here. That tile always there before? I feel like an idiot because I'm pretty sure I got told that hint a bunch of times by the narrator. Oh shoot. Thanks, kiddo cabooses. I probably wouldn't have found that in the 12 minutes I have left? Still quite don't know the exact end time for this.
Do not overexert yourself, hero. With my remaining power, I may be able to provide something. Except this.
The magical boomerang has appeared in your hand. This powerful weapon can cleave enemies in half when it hits. Use it with the B button.
I feel like that might have been one of the only well-timed upgrades I've ever gotten. I wonder if I can use the boomerang to hurt it. Come on, boomerang, don't fail me. Holy shit, the boomerang works. Well, I know what's replacing the sword now. Best upgrade so far. I wonder if the boomerang would actually be this helpful. Really? I would have thought I'd have to blow that wall up. Maybe I am forgetting Zelda 1. Holy shoot, the white sword. I usually remember beating Zelda 1 without even getting the magical sword because I could never find enough heart containers.
it is possible that you have returned from the level 6 dungeon prematurely. Don't forget, you can obtain the magic rod from the level 6 dungeon. This is a better weapon than the candle. The spell from this wand can cut through enemies.
Yeah, I did notice a few things by week 2, but I just figured it was me misremembering it stuff than it actually being different. Because I know the money-making game's a lot more generous than this one.
I shall try to use the last spell from the lightning chapter. Yata!
There probably is a better way of looking at it. I always viewed it more as a remake because I think that's what I read up online. I know it's not like Ancient Stone Tablets where it's a sequel. Oh, I know the boomerang out. I honestly think I'm only going to beat this dungeon because of the boomerang. Shoot, is this thing helpful? Now, I know it's a waste of time, but I can't leave that ruby. Darn, I was really hoping that was the answer.
What is this? What is happening? Is the world ending? Why are the monsters who live in the dungeons creeping out onto the ground? Hero, you must hurry. This might be a sign that Hyrule has fallen into the hands of the evil king.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get to see that firsthand at the rate I'm clearing this dungeon.
Dark clouds are gathering. Does the evil king's wrath finally strike the land above? Still, it might be a good idea to take this chance to conquer the dungeons. The number of monsters in the labyrinths has been halved.
Alright, quick shot. I kind of want to run out and see that, but I feel like if I do that, I'll lose any hope I had for
Princes of the dungeons are certainly undermanned. However, to see the land in this state, what is the evil king's aim?
I don't think I'm actually going to be able to beat this dungeon. Yeah, and I know this sounds bad, but I'm kind of tempted to just run out and buy one, and actually find a key.
dangerous times now come to pass. The falling rocks of the northern Rocky Mountains start again.
Screw it, I'm just buying a key. Neat! Iron Knuckles. Dark Nuts. I keep taking their names. Yep, that seems normal for Hyrule. It's too late for that.
In the small kingdom, there was a mystical power which
I'm just going to buy another key.
generations. This secret was made of two halves,
Definitely won't hurt.
and wisdom, which formed the golden triangle of the Triforce.
Are you above ground now? Be sure to have all the following items today. 6 Triforce pieces, the blue candle, the bow, the magic boomerang, the raft, the flute, the ladder, the magic rod, and the white sword. If you're skilled, you may also have the ring, the magic shield, the arrow, the bow, the medicine, and others purchased or obtained.
To strengthen his evil grip on the world, he succeeded in stealing only the power half of the Triforce.
Alright, I think I can do this. I bought 3 keys.
Took the wisdom,
2 keys.
divided it into
I
8
have
parts,
4 minutes
hid
left?
them.
Well, I should have paid attention to the end time.
Is the 6th Triforce piece in your hands yet? You have only a few minutes left.
You know what, those things usually take her somewhere else. I think I'm just going to go into this room. I'll need a key. 100 rupees well spent. What am I doing? I just need to... I need to clutch on this boomerang.
Boomerang's power is back to normal. Dark clouds thicken and cover the land. You must hurry.
Well, I'm convinced I only got through this because of the boomerang. Alright, now to go get beat up by a Dark Nut. I didn't actually think I was going to beat the dungeon. I really think I got lucky with that boomerang. I always felt weird getting the clock in a room filled with a bunch of Dark Nuts. It took out all the fun in the sword fight.
There was a small boy by the name of Link who had the strength of a pure heart. He took it upon himself to save the Princess Zelda, but in order to defeat the evil Ganon, who was now in possession of the power half of the Triforce, he needs to find the 8 parts of the wisdom half. It is
I wonder if the song ends at the same point as
that he can enter
the
Death's Mountain,
timer does.
the domain of Ganon. Can he find the 8 parts? Can he save Princess Zelda and defeat the evil Ganon? He can do these things only with your
I
help.
kinda don't want to speak over it so I can hear if it ends on... Alright, it doesn't. I don't know why, but I thought that the words would end at the...
My vision is blurring. What is this that I see before my eyes? can it be? It is the evil king.
Well, that went well.
Hero, the time nears when the evil king will approach this world above. I can see it. That fiend. He is coming. The monsters of the dungeons loitering on the above ground are but an omen of this. Hero, do not fail to return to the fight. Otherwise, the battle of today will become meaningless. So, we'll meet again.
Yeah, I probably should have expected everything to be synced, but wait. That drawing of Link, his eyes. I don't think I've ever seen this artwork. Alright, somehow in the final episode, despite not going 3 hours in...
Welcome back once again, hero. 1 week has passed since this land was covered in the black mist of the evil king. Monsters once contained in the dungeons rampage on the world above. However, I have just gathered enough strength to tame them. The dark clouds will clear soon. Now, the battle to regain the Triforce begins again. 2 new dungeon entrances have appeared since last time. The remaining Triforce pieces must be in these 2 mazes. Once you have gathered the 8 pieces, the Triforce will be complete. Now go! I shall try to help fight your enemies from here tonight. You do not have much time left to remain on this land. Let's hurry. After I restore the world above, I shall look into manipulating the minds of the merchants. So, hero, take this sword.
You must find 2 dungeons this week. From them you must retrieve 2 Triforce pieces. But the old man said nothing about where the dungeon entrances are. The old man will return the above ground to its original appearance, and has convinced the merchants to begin discounts.
Wow, is the overworld surprisingly lethal with dark... Wait, no, I said it right that time. They are dark nuts.
Hello again, hero. I shall use my power on the world above now. Ta!
The old man's power has burst out. The dark clouds have gone, and the monsters of the dungeons have turned back into the original monsters from above ground.
Go, hero. Now, my spell appears to have awoken the Armos. If you provoke this enemy, it will come to life. Wait, what is it I see under the foot of Armos? Is it? Oh, the power bracelet. It has been lost for hundreds of years. This was used by an ancient hero. You should obtain it.
You can find Armos stones to the north of Hyrule. These are what has awakened. See what happens when you touch them. Some Armos are standing before the entrance to the northern Rocky Mountain. Making the Armos walk away should let the bracelet appear. The power bracelet will allow you to move heavy rocks. For example, you can move large rocks blocking stairs. The level 7 dungeon lies ahead of that. Under a stone, there is also a secret passage leading to remote locations. Do your best to unearth this.
there's any story key point for the magical sword. Oh, looks like that's not coming up for a while. I was kind of expecting the overworld to...
I've given everything. I've given everything I've got on this one. The minds of the merchants are being manipulated.
A discount sale has begun. Do you have enough rupees? Use your time wisely to buy items you may need. A shield to protect yourself, a ring, meat to proceed within the level 6 maze, and medicines to recover life. To buy medicine, you need to find the cave of the old woman. The cave where the old woman lives is located near the flying flowers, the peahats. You'll need a letter and a bomb. The letter is given to you by the old man near the eastern waters.
Well, so much for that one. Now I'm trying to remember where all the armors were. I know it's probably a bad idea, but I just really want to get that power bracelet. That, and every time I mute myself, half the reason is for the voice acting,
Let's sort
the
through
other...
secrets of the dungeons. Level 1 dungeon. The entrance to this can be found without difficulty. It contains the bow. If you can find the right block to push, be sure to obtain it. Level 2 dungeon. Its location is the giant rock next to the northeast cliff. You can't find this entrance without breaking the rock with a bomb. If you kill all the gorilla using boomerangs, you can obtain one for yourself. Also, if you look at the labyrinth map, you can see where there are rooms separated from others. To get to where you need to go, break the walls with bombs. Level 3 dungeon. This place is south of the forest. Obtain the raft here. There is a secret in the room where you see the key in this labyrinth. Think about where to go from that room in the south, where you can see the key, but can't obtain it. There must be bombs in a nearby room. It is also possible to take it with a boomerang. Bombs are necessary for going beyond to the old man's room in the labyrinth. Level 4 dungeon. This place is by the lake north of the forest. It's possible to get past the pier if you have a raft. The flute can be obtained here. There is a block that can't be moved until all the enemies are defeated. If you spot it, the flute will surely be obtained. The Triforce room is located near the entrance, but you need to find it from the back room, so don't rush. The level 5 dungeon is at the sea to the east. Locate and go past the pier with a raft. Find the tomb surrounded by Armo statues. Walk towards the cliff behind the tomb. The cliff is but an illusion of the evil king. Give the old man that is hungry in the labyrinth the meat. Obtain the ladder here. Level 6 dungeon. The entrance is at the sandy beach in the southeast. Use the flute to reveal it. Find the magical rod in this labyrinth. There is a wall you can pass through without a bomb. Walk toward that wall.
It is really hard to keep track of everything when people are talking to you. Conveniently whenever voice acting shows up. Oh, that would help. Thanks, Kiddo Cabooses. I think my problem is I'm playing this like Zelda 1. Thinking I don't have to listen to the narration. Oh shoot, did I miss level 7? Can I ever continue level 8? No, I should probably go finish 7. Alright. Saving Agony's always good.
My power seems to have recovered somehow. For a while, I've been watching the circumstances of the dungeons. And I'll tell you, those bubbles, they're regrettable. They are the most annoying things to fight. Let's seal off their power for a little while now.
The old man's spell has turned all the red bubbles blue. Now you can go through the dungeons without being pestered by bubbles.
I don't think I ever would have guessed that one. I'm convinced I would have never gone that in the hour.
Have you found the level 7 dungeon yet? Awaken the Armos statues, and be sure to take the power bracelet that's hidden beneath one of them. Then push the rocks blocking the stairs, and the entrance is to the east of this rocky path. Does the white sword shine in your hand? Meet the old man at the graveyard if you do not have it. To reach the cemetery, exit the forest from the west and go north from the desert. Then push the gravestone in the middle. If you have enough life, you should get the powerful white sword.
Holy shoot, I found level 7 just by exploring. I remember going north a lot. I expect to see it here.
Nagini and the graveyard have a secret. You can't defeat Nagini who appear when you touch tombstones. They are mere illusions. Nagini who is there from the start when you enter is real. All the illusions are sure to disappear if the real one is defeated. It's easy to tell the real one in a crowd. The real one doesn't fly diagonally.
Still kinda shocked by that hint. I don't think I ever knew it while playing Zelda 1. Oh neat, it's a hydration bot. I completely forgot I had the rod. Time to abuse this item. I know. I don't know where this thing came from, but it's great. I figured I should mod it just for the broadcast satellite Zelda streams. Seemed like a fitting thing. I have no idea where the master
have an uphill battle. I shall try to help with the lightning spell. Yatta!
I honestly have no idea where the Master Agena bot came from. I just thought it would be great to mod. I figured it's the most qualified for the broadcast satellite Zelda. I really have no idea where the bot came from. All I know is that I love the bot. It's amazing.
Unfortunately, all the merchants have regained their senses. Everything is back to its original price.
I swear, I can never tell when they're going to finish voice acting. I got so used to an ancient stone tablets how campy they were about finishing it. The constant "is that so" in Young One really made it easy to see where they were trailing off. Or, not trailing off, ending a sentence.
How is the fight going? I shall try using the lightning spell again. Yatta!
Kind of was hoping that'd kill the bosses. I've never seen them do that flying pattern. Actually, I don't think you fight two of them at once in Zelda 1. I feel like I'm missing something in this room. What? No. But there's something secret here. Oh, so much for that.
In the level 7 dungeon, you may get your hands on the red candle. This is different from the blue candle, in that it can be used multiple times on the same screen. There are stairs that you may not descend because of blocks preventing passage. Try to think of a way to enter from the north side of that room.
Alright, so that means I'm not going fully crazy with my bad memory of Zelda 1. Which I feel like this game made me doubt even more. I'll save the potion for later. Hey! Mendoso. I hope I got it right. Maybe I just need to scroll up. Oh shoot, I just get it wrong twice. I'm sorry. Denso. Shoot. I messed that up twice. Alright, I got it right. I'd make a joke about writing it down, but I feel like that somehow make things worse for me. How am I getting bad at predicting dark nuts? This looks like a good time for this. What's that all about? Alright.
Do you know about the power of the rings? The old man, now hidden beneath a statue in the forest, found a red ring. You should get it by any means.
When you obtain the red ring, your protection will be even greater than when you have the blue ring. Hurry to the statues in the forest.
I wonder if you know about the magical sword. It is a stronger sword than the white sword. The old man at the base of the Rocky Mountain found the magical sword. You should get it by any means.
If you use a sword even stronger than the white sword, there will be nothing that you cannot achieve. Hurry to the foot of the Rocky Mountain.
Nothing I cannot achieve. If that isn't a good selling line, I don't know what is. I might as well. It's not like I was doing this flawless.
Hero. The evil king is after the magic sword and red ring. You will not be able to obtain them if the evil king finds them. That would be terrible.
You must get to them first. You need to hurry. The red ring is beneath one of the statues near the Lost Woods. The magical sword is upstream of the river, in the cave beside the fountain. You need the ladder to get it. You have 10 minutes left to get these.
I don't have the feeling I'm somehow going in the right direction, instead of leaving, to advance the dungeon. I'm sure I can get it in 10 minutes. Maybe not. Shoot, I'm lost again. Oh wow, this game's great. I just say I'm lost and I get unlost.
Hero, have you found the level 8 dungeon? I believe it is already in sight. Head north to the Rocky Mountain.
Push the rocks to go up the stairs to there. Up the stairs to the east is the level 7 dungeon. Moreover, towards the west on the other side are 2 large rocks called Spectacle Rock. If you use your bombs here, it will surely reveal the level 8 dungeon.
Alright, time to go to the waterfall because I think that's the closest one. I don't get the feeling I already went the wrong way. Oh, I know, it's not. Oh, right, I still remember the overworld. Feels weird going to the waterfall for the last sword. I actually ended up getting this before the first dungeon. Alright, now for the Lost Woods one. Should be easy enough. I think there were only 2 Armos statues. Hard would be to find 2 Armos statues in a whole forest.
The level 8 dungeon has the Book of Magic and the Silver Arrows. The Book of Magic enables your magical rod to work as a fire rod. The spell cast from the rod tears up enemies, then becomes a flame and blazes up. You can light darkened rooms with a fire rod. The only thing known about the silver arrows is that they are more powerful than ordinary arrows.
Finally, I'm beating Zelda 1, or close to Zelda 1. Fully upgraded sets. It only took 6 minutes.
The red bubbles are back to full power. You need to be careful. If you touch one, you won't be able to use your sword until you touch a blue bubble.
I didn't know that. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that some of the attack values were tweaked compared to Zelda 1. Or maybe I'm just misremembering Zelda 1. Now to remember how to get back to the Death Mountain dungeon. You know, that's probably golden advice. I just feel like my knowledge with Link to the Past was weirdly helpful for ancient stone tablets. Although, that game had a more straightforward recreation of that overworld. Oh shoot, thanks for the follow! Mendinso. Hopefully I got it right that time. That's kind of weird, looking at the Zelda time and the would-be-up time. Oh, right, I got it right, hopefully twice in a row. Yeah, that would be a good way to describe it. But if anything, the campy voice acting made it worth it. Oh, well, anything really works. Gray, heart, either one of those. Or Mr. Streamer. Yeah, Mr. Streamer would also work. Heck, if you're feeling creative, you could probably use an emote. Pretty sure there's a gray heart emote somewhere. Oh, I really need to pay more attention to this map. Oh yeah, there is a blue purple heart. I completely forgot about that heart. Oh, my setup, it's pretty simple. It's just Streamlabs OBS with SNES 1.53 and I'm just using a DualShock 4 for input. Nothing too overly complicated. Probably a pretty basic setup. Yeah, nothing too fancy. What's this door?
For an instant, I saw the evil king heading for the red ring and magical sword. Both must have been taken by now. Let's now use the spell of whispering again. Use it to find your hidden allies.
This is a spell that the old man has used once before. There are various things hidden under trees and in walls. You should hear a strange noise when you come to some locations. Something you have not found yet is concealed in them. Use your candle and bombs to reveal them.
Weird. Weirdly enough, I also had an issue with my DualShock 4 today. It gave up halfway into the stream. Wonder if today it's just... oh shoot, did I mess up this? Did I mess up already? Yeah, my... ooh, a skull. I didn't know that was the shape for level 4. Or, I mean, level 8. But yeah, I've weirdly enough had DualShock 4 issues. Oh shoot, this is standard. Yeah. Words. I swear I can talk. Is this actually just a kill room? Oh. Well, looks like a kill room. Sort of. It did have that, but they never actually changed it. It's still in every re-release of Zelda 1. Like, even the Wii Virtual Console version, the Game Boy re-release. It never got changed. Which is weird. You'd think that'd be one of the things that would get changed. That symbol's always... oh, I had no idea it was still used in general. In general. Yes, the language is in general. Maybe that Agena bot was right. Maybe we should have taken a break. Candle. Maybe I'm just imagining things, but I feel like the voice acting hasn't shown up in a while. think Twitch would...
Rejoice, hero. The power of the stars that guide you now flows in my body. This power is magnificent. Up to this point, I have used all of my abilities for you. But, one at a time, using this power, you can decide the outcome of your battles in a single blow.
Now is our chance. You can use all of these abilities at once with this. You can throw your sword even without full power. Moreover, bombs and arrows are infinite. And you can use the magical boomerang. Let's try to challenge the remaining dungeons with this opportunity.
Those stairs definitely did not take me where I thought they could. Shoot, I thought those stairs were an item. Oh shoot, I think those stairs got me good. I'm not even sure how to get back. Damn, never thought the stairs would betray me.
Your efforts are for naught.
Whoa, who's that? That voice just now. The evil king? Where is he? Where can he be? This is strange. I swear I heard something. Beware, hero. A sign of the evil king. I feel an incredibly powerful evil force. I do not think my own power can compare to his. It is possible he may appear at any moment.
A sign of the evil king. That the time has come for him to show up at last. Where is he? Where will he appear?
I feel like those stairs aren't so bad. I feel like the stairs at the entrance to the level 8 dungeon would probably be worse. Because at least I can get over that set of stairs. I don't think I'd be able to complete the other set. Or not complete, solve the puzzle. This shouldn't be too hard. Somehow I did it right the first time. Weird, being able to do a sword beam without full health. Oh shoot, there was something wrong with this, right? Shoot, I should pay more attention to it the next time it shows up. Alright. 16, although probably 12 minutes to finish level 8. I can definitely do that. Oh shoot, I didn't even pay attention to that. If one of them shows up in level 8, I need to definitely pay attention to that.
despicable fiend. I see. You think you can win if you quickly seal my power? I won't let you have your way. The power of the stars flows in my body now. You will not be able to seal my power so easily. What are you doing? Let go. Let go. Hero. The silver arrows. The silver arrows.
Something serious has happened to the old man. Ganon has settled inside the old man's cave of all places. Be sure you have all 8 Triforce pieces. Without them, you will not be able to face Ganon.
Well, that explains what I thought, or my questions for level 9. That actually sounds better, time-wise. Well, that room outsmarted me.
The last thing we heard from the old man was him crying for the silver arrows. The silver arrows are in the level 8 dungeon. If you have them, as well as the 8 Triforce pieces, hurry to the old man's cave.
Alright, voicing's over. Not really. I've done it for not too long. I've just been really inconsistent about it. I'm relatively still new at this. I would say just I would say just a few months, but I've been so inconsistent with it. Recently, I've been trying to be more consistent with streaming.
If you are in the level 8 dungeon already and have not found the silver arrows, try letting yourself be captured by a wall master. There must be a room where a different colored wall master appears.
Wow, 2008. That's a pretty long time. Yeah, I noticed a similar thing. If I took like a month break, if I'd start streaming again, it'd be a lot smaller. Wait, did the line actually say that? I thought I misheard it. Was I actually told to get attacked by a wall master? Yeah, that is something of a problem. All I know is if you're more consistent, you'll get... Wait, is this the end? No, it can't be. All I know is if you... words? If you're more consistent about it, more people tend to show up, weirdly enough.
In the small kingdom, there was a mystical power which had been passed down for many generations. This secret was made of 2 halves, power and wisdom.
opening's a good point.
The golden triangle.
As people love watermarks, why else would people go to IGN? They're clearly going for the watermark.
One day, the Dark Prince Ganon and his evil
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
the small kingdom. And its
Little Sister Lover recently got a...
to use it to
Wow,
strengthen
is this going fast?
the world. He succeeded in stealing
Little Sister Lover recently got a... Oculus. He wasn't here a while ago, he probably went to sleep. He somehow got him to, Wait, why am I fighting this? I don't need to fight that. Recently got him to affiliate. All it took was... Actually, I don't know what it took. Little Sister Lover, would you like to share your secrets? Go on, don't be shy, Little Sister Lover. We won't take your secrets and profit. Definitely won't take your secrets and use them for self-profit. I told you, Little Sister Lover, I was going to keep going until I reached the credits. Although, based with how much... Oh, neat, Oculus. I thought you fell asleep. Yeah, I figured I'd do it from start to end. I mean, I'd like to say I could beat Zelda 1 faster, but I honestly think I'd take even longer playing Zelda 1. So that's it. Personality. Oh shoot, 8 hours. How'd that go? The closest thing I ever did to 8 hours was a really bad Metroid 2 run. Yeah, Oculus, but didn't Little Sister Lover help get Curb to raid you? Oh no, Old Man is dead. Not Old Man. He was the most important character. He was somehow a character. Alright, 3 minutes. I can do this. Shoot, I don't remember the formula. What was the trick to predicting where Ganondorf was? How did I do this in under a minute before? Okay, just spam it? Alright. Holy shit, you weren't kidding about just spamming it. Wait, am I supposed to hit him after each hit? Wow, that went surprisingly well after just spamming. Alright, I did it, and it only took the help of 2 professionals to help me through. Now to rescue the princess. Weird, I was kind of expecting the audio to still be... Nope, I didn't leave anything behind. Oh. How much for that? I feel like I should be questioning that. Ooh, can I still hit the old man? Aw. I can't hit him anymore. Oh no, Minjinso. It wasn't on. Wait, ear-piercing sound? Holy shoot. Has this been going on for long? Oh, weird. The fancy CD music stopped. Oh. Here, maybe I can fix it real quick.
It's time for Hyrule to disappear. Your adventure is over.
How was that, hero? Did you enjoy it? So then, farewell.
Wow, did the dialogue get really quiet there. Well, I think I know what's causing the weird audio issue. I think the audio issue's a good sign saying I should probably wrap stuff up. Okay, yeah, I think this is a sign for me to wrap stuff up then. Le- Okay, I have a good idea what's causing it then. It is definitely a sign to wrap stuff up. Well, thankfully it only happened near the end, not the middle. Well, I think I'm going to have to call it quits because of the squeak of death. Yeah, I think it's on my end. Sorry about that. I think I know what's causing it. Alright, to get rid of the squeak of death... Oh yeah, definitely. I'm going to do map 2. Just probably not next stream. I figured as a joke, because this game had so much voice acting, I would... Wait, hour 4? Does this keep going?
Once again, hero. 1 week has passed since this land was covered in the black mist of the evil king.
Wait, no, this is just the same line over again.
Monsters once contained in the dungeons rampage.
So, I
in the
figured
world
as a joke,
above.
because of playing a game that had so much voice
I
acting,
have just gathered enough strength to tame them. The dark clouds will clear
I
soon.
figured I would play Mario 64, because that game only has like 2 lines of voice acting.
2 new dungeon
And
entrances have
something as a
appeared
joke, I
since last
figured
time.
I'd play Mario 64 as
The
Toad.
remaining Triforce pieces must be in these 2 mazes. Once you have gathered the 8 pieces, the Triforce will be complete. Now go. I shall try
Really?
to help fight your enemies
Post-game.
from here tonight.
Is there really that much to do
We do
here?
not have much time left to remain on this land.
Ah,
Let's
so
hurry.
this is just an extra.
After I restore the world above, I shall look into manipulating the minds of the merchants. So, hero, take this sword.
You must find 2 dungeons this week. From them you must retrieve 2 Triforce pieces. But the old man said nothing about where the dungeon entrances are. The old man will return the above ground to its original appearance, and has convinced the merchants to begin discounts.
As tempting as it would be to get the heart containers, I feel like I should wrap stuff up because of the squeak of death.
I shall use my power on the world above
Well,
now.
I just want to give a huge thank you to everyone who stopped by and watched. And, I really feel like I shouldn't be speaking over the dialogue.
The old
And I
man's
want to
power
give a
has
huge
burst
thank you
out.
to
The dark
Damn it,
clouds
thingy
have
flowed.
gone, and the monsters of the dungeons have turned back
to
to
Min
the original monsters
Min
of above
Dinso and Kiddo Cabooses for following. Thank you guys so much.
Now,
Oh,
my
and a
spell
huge shout out to
appears to have
Rakasans for
awoken
the
Armos. If
uh,
you provoke this
the
enemy,
host.
it will come to life. Wait.
Alright, I guess I don't feel that
Is it
bad
I see
stepping over
under
the
book
dialogue.
of Armos?
And even though I think the Master Regina bot's gone,
The power
I just want to say thank you to whoever made that.
It's
It's just incredible, and I love how it shows up every hour.
By an ancient hero.
Sadly, it couldn't be here for the ending. I'll never
You can
forget
find
you, Master
Armos
Regina
stones to the
bot.
north of Hyrule. These are
Alright, well, I'm going to raid
See what happens
First
when you
Meme.
touch them.
He's playing Halo.
Some Armos are standing before
If
the
you're into
entrance
that,
to the
I guess you can
northern
stick
Rocky
around for that.
Mountain. Making the Armos walk away.
Thanks so much everyone for stopping by. I'll try to make it here tomorrow at a similar starting time.
For example,
Considering it's Mario 64, I'll probably take as long.
the level 7
Oh,
dungeon
hey, Kissable
lies
Kyle.
above that.
Uh,
Under a stone,
you
there is
caught
also
the end
a
of it,
secret passage
so
to
yeah,
remote locations.
uh,
Do your best to unearth this.
yeah, bye everyone.